Thanks for joining us. There are new details this evening in the manhunt for a killer who gunned down a Minnesota CEO on a New York City sidewalk.
The NYPD is now working to find DNA evidence from a cup thrown away at Starbucks. New video obtained by CBS News appears to show the suspect walking out of a Midtown subway station a half hour before the shooting. The surveillance footage was taken from a store on 6th Avenue. That is the same block as a Starbucks where the suspect was seen a few minutes later. CBS News has also learned that NYPD believes the suspect threw away his backpack inside Central Park. They think that the backpack may contain the murder weapon used to kill United Healthcare CEO Brian Thompson. And new pictures this evening of a man who police say is a person of interest. CBS's Jared Hill has more on the images. We want to warn you, though, video of the crime is disturbing.
A sign advertising a $10,000 reward for information leading to the shooter of United Healthcare CEO Brian Thompson is taped to a light pole outside a hostel on New York City's Upper West Side. Police also released these images from the hostel showing the suspect's face. It's the clearest look so far of the man the NYPD has been hunting since Wednesday morning.
We will not rest until we identify and apprehend the shooter in this case.
Police are using a trail of digital breadcrumbs to track Thompson's brazen killer. Found at the crime scene, words written on the shell casings: deny, defend, and depose, similar to the 3 Ds of insurance, a phrase used by opponents of the industry.
Based on the evidence we have so far, it does appear that the victim was specifically targeted, but at this point we do not know why.
Cameras at a Starbucks captured enough of the suspect before the shooting to run facial recognition. Police say he paid in cash. CBS News law enforcement contributor Rodney Harrison says the suspect is experienced with a gun.
Just take a look at his stance and how he had the gun pointed out. He knew what he was doing. The gun jams. He's able to deal with the malfunction. So it looks like he's very proficient with how to use a firearm.
Harrison says the NYPD solves about 87% of the cases in this part of the city, so it may only be a matter of time for this one. Jared Hill, CBS News, New York.
And this evening, we're also learning more about Thompson from those who worked alongside him.
Jason Rowland continues our team coverage now. Jason?
Yeah, that's right. Stephen Parenti says he worked intensely alongside Brian Thompson during the first few months of the COVID lockdown in 2020. Parenti was working as a senior economist under the Trump administration. At the time, Parenti says Thompson was instrumental in making sure 300,000 hospitals and providers received cash infusions to continue running.
And that news would be devastating no matter what, but to actually know the person and know what that person did and how capable they were is just terrible.
And Matt Burns worked at United Healthcare with Thompson from 2015 to 2018. In a LinkedIn post, Burns writes that Thompson was whip smart and affable, a guy who could grasp the complexities of healthcare and explain them in simple, relatable terms, true to his Iowa upbringing. Burns commented further to me in an email. He says, quote, BT was brilliant fun, quick-witted, just a special guy, and those of us who had the good fortune of knowing him or working with him remain at a loss for how to process his death. Our heart hurts for his family. Now, Burns says despite not being Thompson's closest friend, he says he was lucky to know him and called Thompson personal and authentic. Frank and Amelia.
All right. Thank you, Jason.